Thank you. This is the story of how I ran a prostitution ring out of my Rittenhouse apartment without ever knowing it. So I'm a very trusting person. I have slept on many strangers' couches across the world, and I have given a blank check to a homeless person that I met on the street, which is a different story. But so when Airbnb became a thing, I was like, I like this might work. I get to meet new people, which I'm comfortable with, and maybe make a little extra money. So I started doing that early last year, and for the first few months, it went great. And I met cool people, felt like I was a good host. And about a few months in, I had someone contact me looking to stay at my apartment, and I unfortunately wasn't able to do it. I told them that I couldn't be around that evening, and she said, oh, that's actually okay because I only need the apartment from 10:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. And I said, okay, that's interesting. Like, we can do that. And I was like, okay, this is great. Like, I have to go to work anyway and make a little extra money. So I said, great, let's do it. So she comes the next day, and I'm able to meet her at my apartment. And so she tells me that she is in town for a job interview, and so she just needs my apartment to get ready for the interview later that day. And I was like, that seems cool. That seems great. That checks out. But I meet her, and she's like this lovely 30-something Jewish mother is her story. And she's like, hey, I'm actually going to have to come back for several other interviews. So, yeah, you guys are way ahead of me. And she's like, so I actually might need your apartment again. And I was like, that sounds great. And so being the super brilliant person that I am, I tell her, hey, actually, like, we could take this off Airbnb, and you can just, I know, right? And you can just pay me in cash if you want. We don't have to pay fees. And she says that would actually be excellent. And so we start doing this. And that week she stays there once, the next week twice, the following week 3 times. It's like a lot of interviews for a job. So eventually her story changes. And at this point she tells me that she lives with her sick grandmother. And during the day, an aide comes to the house, and she likes to get out of the apartment while the aide is there. So that's why she comes to my house. And I'm like, okay. And okay, to like take a step back though, like even though it really appears this way, I'm not the most naive person on the planet. And I actually do try to do some due diligence. So I mean, first of all, like, she has stellar reviews on Airbnb, check. I obviously Google her and can't find anything incriminating. And every time I come back to my apartment, it is in great condition, with 3 notable exceptions. First, she uses about a half bottle of Lysol every time that she's there. Second, she uses a remarkable amount of toilet paper every time. And third, despite my insistence that she really, really doesn't have to, she takes the garbage out every day. So this is all still good for me, still working for me, until one day. So again, she's paying me in cash, and I have a lot of cash on me, and I'm not able to always go to the ATM. So after we've been doing this for about a month, I left $200 in my closet, kind of hidden in my closet with the door closed. I came home later that day, the $75 was on the table the way that I like it, and I went to the closet, put my hand up, and I immediately felt that it was different. I knew that I had folded the cash over, and the way it was up there was, it was flat, and there was $150. Which was so weird to me. I was like, she still paid me $75 that day. Why would she take $50? It's just all very weird. So I was just trying to explain it, and I looked for the money, couldn't find it. And so the next day she came in, and I wanted to talk to her face to face. And I said, hey, I don't really know how to say this, but there was money missing from my apartment. She denies it. Adam, that's a serious accusation. I didn't take your money. I can't believe you would say that. So I actually give her the benefit of the doubt. And until later that week, I was seeing my family, and they were like, Adam, are you kidding me? Like, no. And so I actually do something that I hadn't done before, and I Google her phone number. And that's when I see page after page of prostitution ads, synced up with the days that she was staying in my apartment. So super great, I know. Her name is, she goes by Lola Rose. She offers short stays, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and Billy Joel's. So I'm actually like super freaked out. Also, she's caught. At this point, I'm like, okay, I've caught you. I have no reason to believe you anymore. I actually never say anything to her. I just kind of break things off with her. And for the reason that I had my passport and credit cards in the apartment, and I was afraid of kind of like getting her upset. So actually, I don't say anything to her. We go our separate ways, don't talk again. But even despite all that, I am still not ready to give up my trust of other people. So thank you.